this can support different resolutions of video, different aspect ratios of video, and different frame rates of video. Now let's go by it one by one. It can do 4K, 4 is to 3 at 30 frames per second and also at 60 frames per second. It can do 4K 16 is to 9 resolution, and you can do from 24 frames per second all the way up to 120 frames per second. It can do 2.7K at 4 is to 3 aspect ratio, again from 24 frames per second all the way to 60 frames per second. The interesting part is it can do 2.7K at 16 is to 9 aspect ratio, but all the way up to 120 frames per second. Now the cool thing is even your 4K 16 is to 9 can go up to 120 frames per second. Obviously it has 1080p, but in 1080p you can do all the way up to 240 frames per second. Now there is something called as 1080p power saving, which is a 16 is to 9 aspect ratio. You can do up to 60 frames per second. I'm really not sure what that is for, but I'll go ahead and test it and share it with you. You can definitely do slow-mo videos on this on 4K, 2.7K and 1080p. But remember, if you're doing 4K slow-mo, it's going to be in the 16 is to 9 aspect ratio and not in the 4 is to 3 aspect ratio, so that you frame your video accordingly. The photos in terms of the format are actually available both in JPEG as well as RAW. Now, because this is DJI camera, I think it comes in a DCI RAW format, if I'm not wrong. The video formats that are available, typically the files are in MP4.